Salut et bienvenue, je suis Christophe Bongo and this is Fut-Afrique channel. Don't forget, subscribe, follow my conversation with Mpho. Monday we review the weekend action, but this time around in PSL, we are starting from Tuesday last week because we had so many games being played. It is December, we told you about it, that it won't stop. Mpho, before we start here, you went to a very sad situation, sad occasion this weekend to represent all of us. It was in the FNB Stadium saying goodbye to one of our own. I did not have an opportunity to ask you about him because I know you worked with him, you played with him, you traveled with him. I'm talking about Jermaine.
Oh, Jermaine Craig. It was said, it was after our last week shoot, hearing that, when you read it somewhere and then you call a couple of people. I remember one of the first people that I phoned was a good friend of mine, KK, at NBA Africa, to say, is this true? Is this what I'm hearing? And then you then pick up a phone, you phone a couple of people in the industry to say, is it true? Jermaine was a gentleman and a scholar. I could say, if anything, he was a diplomat of note. He knew how to, even the worst of situations, he can have two people who do not want to be in the same room together.
He'll put them together.
You'll put them together, you'll have a conversation, and you'll still address what he wants, but it's just his manner of approach.
Yeah.
You look at most of the people in the communication world, in terms of from a footballing side, from a sporting side, from a media perspective, he gave a lot of people a break.
And it touched so many sports. It was not only football.
It's
it was
football,
cricket,
it's horse
it was
racing,
rugby, horse racing.
Cricket. And because remember, from a journalistic perspective, where he started, where we got to know him.
I did not know he was a journalist because my experience with him, I thought he was actually a football commentator because he wanted to do an interview with Adebayo. I think I did post a picture of myself, him, and Adebayo.
Yeah.
And that's how I met with him. We started talking. I thought it was television pundits. I did not know.
No,
he was a journalist.
when he used to say, he used to say comrade.
Comrade.
So
softly, very softly.
And some of us get very emotional and you get emotions high and you say comrade. And you would take a 10-step walk with him, but you would see things differently. But Jermaine is like one of those guys that can do a lot of work behind the scene, and he had a stance that I loved, and it almost symbolizes him. When things are going well, Jermaine would fold his arms and be the one that's watching, and almost that fulfillment of having achieved something.
See what happened.
When you look at CAF competition, Jermaine he worked very hard behind the scene. And you look at what he was doing. When I listened to Luck speak and he was talking about what they were doing for next year in Cote d'Ivoire, he was doing so much work. You look at the work he was doing with the likes of Kaizer Chiefs. He was doing tremendous work from a branding perspective.
The last time I saw him, it was actually the induction of Kaizer Town.
Luck said something. He said, in one weekend, Jermaine was doing the induction of Dr. Kaizer Motaung. He was doing the Soweto Derby along with the Kaizer Chiefs team. He was doing the AFL finals along with the CAF team. And Jermaine touched all those lives. And he still had a horse racing background that he was very much involved with, growing it. I had so many guys who were going to the Summer Cup 2 weeks before. What a legend.
We can take the whole day talking about our colleagues, our brother, Jermaine Craig. Like they say, I think I'll botch it if I say it in that language, Lala Katle, which we say in French, adieu. Back in PSL, it started on Tuesday. We talked about December. You have to collect points. So far,
I got it wrong, man. I thought Swallows was going to win. Coach Steve.
So far, Orlando Pirates, they hit high notes, and then they dropped and they went flat. They got the cap and got down. And
MTN8 is an omen of.
And then suddenly, they start putting 3 points on the board.
Yeah.
And if they play their remaining game that they still owe, they might find themselves in the second position. What is going right in Orlando Pirates change room?
Look, I think
because in the field, everybody is saying it. I'm asking you behind the scene because as a player, as an administrator, you should almost feel what's happening in the change room.
I think one of the things that you want to be able to have is harmony within the dressing room. And sometimes the chopping and changing may not have set well because a lot of players were not sure where their places. And some of the things that then happen is that you then have injuries. Now, with the injury list that Orlando Pirates have, you're now having people, I mean, if you look at their wing backs, you've got Hoto and you've got Makaringe. Those are not wing backs. They normally play a lot more up front. But the amount of
Makaringe in the center more often.
Yes, so, but now he's a right back, and you've got Hoto as a...
That is a ton of experience, my friend.
And I mean,
championship.
I saw Makaringe running back to help out when there was...
Makaringe helped a team from a relegation position, which is Desmarisbeck.
Yes.
Otto won the league with Bit Vest. Yes. So you've
got tons of experience. And they're doing so. I mean, you've got Nda who's looking... Here's the thing.
Is that the reason why Orlando Pirates they're having a lot of clean sheets?
No.
He's not a goalkeeper, right?
Yeah. No, funny thing I want to say that. At the beginning of the season, all Pirates people, Gustavo, everybody, Sia, their belief was it's between Ofori and China.
Yes.
And
even me.
And now the one that's giving them the most clean sheet is Shenga.
No, but he's not a goalkeeper. No. You just talk about two experienced back line that is solid and pushing the team going forward.
But who gets a clean sheet?
Back line, that I'm telling you.
No, it's a goalkeeper. You see, the thing about Buthelezi is that, and he plays to his strength. He is not the best when it comes to playing.
So let's go. Makaring in the left hand side, in the right hand side, Otto in the left hand side, in the middle you have Koki, and then that in the center.
Yes.
When you look at that experience, don't forget, team is playing just in front of them, protecting that area, allowing Glondlo to roam with the ball.
So this reminds roaming with the ball has been a problem a couple of times because he's lost the ball.
No, they took him out. Actually, with the yellow card as well. This reminds me of a triple-double of Orlando Pirates, where you had Jali and Manisa.
Manisa, yes.
And then they had another one was, I think he was banned and now he's back in football again. I was playing with them. I forgot. Kaizer.
Yes.
Kaizer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they used to change this midfield. So this for me, Glondlo, you put him with a team and you put Masongani in that position. You say Orlando Pirates are looking solid.
Look, they've won years. Are they looking solid?
Against Swallows they did.
And I know we're talking about Swallows, but
Swallows is not a bad team.
One Swallow does not make it a summer.
No. Okay, cool, we'll pass. Sekukune Chipa. Okay.
Look, for me, Sekukune seems to, I don't know, playing in continental football seems to be rubbing off very well on Sekukune because they play against Chipa. The opportunities that I know Coach Morgan was saying that he felt hard done by the rest, but the way Sekukune were playing, they played with more authority, confidence on the ball. You look at how they're playing. I think Lesonolo's got something that he's doing there that is going right.
Do you think it is bringing a new coach and that changes the dynamic because every player, like you said, feels like, listen, if I play well.
Because remember, with the new coach, the first thing that happened is that every player wants to impress you. So players,
they want to play for you.
They want to play for you.
They want to be your man.
They want to be in your team. So now, even those who are not playing now have an opportunity. So
even the training session changes, huh?
Because you come with new ideas. You come with so now, whatever Lesondolo is doing, it seems to be working. He's doing. Maybe it's playing at 9 o'clock at night on Sundays.
And we praised Amazulu.
Oh.
And then they found themselves playing against Mamelodi Sundowns, the game that you predicted very well that they're going to win. I am not with the people who are saying Mamelodi Sundowns is not playing well. I don't know playing well, you have to score 7 goals.
Look, I think here's the thing.
Having so many games behind and they keeping getting those 1-0.
I know it's a foreign thing with you and your Arsenal to win leagues and stuff like that. But if you're going to win the league with any team, there's going to come a point and a phase in the season where you need to grind results. It does not have to be pretty.
But why people believe 1-0 is grounding a result?
No, but if you look at Sundowns and Amazulu, you've got to look and say, the fluidity of the Sundowns midfield was not there. You look at Allende, he was not himself. If you look at Tebogo Mokoene, he was not himself.
Sundowns, regardless of how good they are, their record in against Amazulu is not that big because Amazulu gives them high. I remember one season they opened the game against Amazulu, it was 0-0.
Amazulu have always given Sundowns quite a hard. I mean, if you remember last season, Sundowns won by an odd goal of a goal that was scored by Allende. Well, it was more a mistake from Veli Motwaino. So when you look at the way Amazulu plays, and remember what we said, and I said they're going to set up strong at the back because of their coach. Defensively, he's very strong.
Are we undermining Stellenbosch?
Yes, we are.
Why? A team that sells players and they never fight relegation. They're always there in the mix of top 8, 9,
I think
10.
Stellenbosch listen to what Coach Gavin Hunt says. For every complaint Coach Gavin Hunt has about selling players, Stellenbosch proves to you that you can sell players and still be good.
So we do undermine Stellenbosch.
We do.
Why?
Stellenbosch has sold their best players. If you're looking
all the time, don't even go names. That's what they're selling clubs, and yet, like I said, they don't fight relegation.
You've got to look at the following thing. You've got to look at the leadership from of the technical.
Oh, by the way, he's a long-serving coach in one club in PSL.
Yeah, no, I remember you told us that. So he's doing something right.
It must be doing something right.
So you got to look at his leadership as a coach, because he's the one that then assembles a technical team. He's the one that set the tone for your DDC team, and the partnership with the Stellenbosch University, that has bore so much fruit because they're training well, they're doing well, and they set up well. And there's a conveyor belt.
You know what I don't like about you?
Yes.
Since Kaizer Chiefs start winning, you don't bring chips anymore. You enjoy it only when they're losing, because what Chiefs has been doing. You were here with our brother Lufuno. Lufuno promised us the 15 points during December. He believed that Kaizer Chiefs they will get 12.
So they've got 6 now.
Okay. So it's looking good for Kaizer Chiefs, my friend.
Looks can be.
So this reminds me. I don't know which leader say. Crassus, what Crassus? So, when you guys talk about Crassus and Kaizer Chiefs, I don't know where Crassus are you talking about?
Look, for me, the way that Kaizer Chiefs has played, Kaizer Chiefs, after the loss to Orlando Pirates in the derby, the international break seems to have done them well. They've come back, they've beaten Swallows 1-0, and now again they went to Polokwane City, they beat them 1-0. Now they've got 6 points. So Kevin Johnson, whatever he's doing seems to be working. The morale is going.
Unfortunately, people start talking about he should stay as a coach. They should not jinx it. Leave it quiet.
They must jinx it. It's okay, they must jinx it. So you've got Bruce Vuma, who has not been... See, if you look at Chiefs and Orlando Pirates, their top 2 goalkeepers have not delivered well. Their third choice goalkeepers are the ones that are giving them clean sheets. So Bruce Vuma has kept 2 clean sheets. That is doing very well. Maybe at Kaizer Chiefs is because of there's a new captain in Yusuf Mat.
Yeah.
So maybe under him, under his leadership.
Do you think the change room, he had now control of the change room, maybe call the guys come here. This is not about the coaching, this is not about the newspaper, this is about us. We need to get there and get those 3 points. We had a guy like that. His name is Ronnie Zondi. When I was a super sport, Ronnie Zondi will call the team. Shane McGregor, our coach, will be outside. Terry Penn will be outside. He would have us in the room. He said, listen guys, this is not a joke. If we don't get 3 points here, there is a big chance we'll get relegated. And if we get relegated, I've got a family. So you go there. If you have a 60-40 chance to score a goal, you give it the person who has a 60%. You don't try to score that goal to be a hero.
Look, I think every team needs those type of leaders.
So do you think he is that leader, based on what you know about him?
No.
Okay.
He's a very gentle person. He's somebody who's highly spiritual, and from what I've seen of him. But I think it's just the way that you look at the calmness of Kevin Johnson. From what he's doing, he's a very calm coach. He's an experienced coach. He knows how to work with youngsters. And you've got to give the Kaizer Chiefs management some credit, because what they want, they're putting their foot down and say there's a certain way that they want the Chiefs team to be. And what you've got to be able to do, remind people who they're playing for. Remind players that you're playing for Kaizer Chiefs. You're playing for the multitudes of supporters who want to see you succeed. And they seem to be doing well. I mean, but it's still sad when you hear Kaizer Chiefs supporters say, we don't care how we win as long as we win.
Quickly, we know we don't do a lot of previews. Quickly, the next game, Amazulu. Do you think Amazulu are going to turn the corner against Sekokune?
I think it's going to be a draw.
A draw.
Yeah.
Mamelodi Sundowns, Cape Town Spurs.
It's going to be a win for Sundowns.
Swallows, SuperSport, are they going for 3 losing the row? Do you think Gavin Hunt, now that he's finishing his African business, is coming for a 3 points?
No, Gavin is on a good losing streak, so I think it continues against Steve Compella.
So Steve Compella won't be losing that game. Golden Arrow, Orlando Pirates, the team on form at the moment. Do you think Orlando Pirates?
It's the two teams, they have 2 very different forms. Golden Arrows had wonderful form when Pirates were down. Now Pirates are trajectories up and Golden Arrows are down. So at this rate, I think Mabuti's gift of the givers is donating 3 points to Pirates.
Closing the show, how was this weekend in PSL? What was your big moment in the PSL?
The big moment for me, it's still watching, because there is no team that's saying this is where we are. Is Kaizer Chiefs turn the corner? Has Pirates, are they going to have consistency? Because Sundowns comes in once, they're back at the top and everybody behind them.
No, we forget about the top. We're talking about the rest of the league.
So you want to have consistency. There's certain things you start seeing. Orlando Pirates, 5 clean sheets. So that's something to build on. You look at Kaizer Chiefs, 2 clean sheets. Are they building on those Sikukuni are now coming up? So those are the things that the teams around there are playing, and they're cancelling each other out. So it's going to be very interesting. Can Cape Town City keep this? That's going to be interesting to see, because they are without their talisman Mayo, who's gotten a red card. So things are very interesting.
For me, the big moment of the weekend, it was nothing else than watching Kaizer Chiefs going on and getting that result of 1-0. So that next time when you come here, I really need I think it is with, not the salt and pepper, I don't eat salt. I want the one with vinegar. Kaizer chips with vinegar. Okay. That's what I want.
I think they must create a new badge, a Sundowns badge. So Sundown badge.
Subscribe and keep watching. It is me and Posa. By the way, our conversation with Posa always continued because we are on X. Posa 929 and mine is Christophe Bongo. So you go there, listen to our conversation. We can't wait to speak to you once again next week.